And we start with a big victory tonight for a woman whose home was nearly ripped out from underneath her. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jason Wheeler, in for John McKay.
And I'm Alicia Lavenger, in for Cynthia Izaguirre. Now, that woman says she was tricked into signing over the deed, but instead of packing up, she fought back. News 8's Teresa Woodard explains how she saved her home.
A version of the American dream, a one-level brick home in Garland, bought in 2001. Paid on for 14 years, until owner Angelica Garcia, a widow and mother of two, fell behind and the home fell into foreclosure. Days after the foreclosure notice went public, someone knocked at her door and offered to help sell her home.
I was happy. I said, thank God. I'm able to sell the house right away and pay the bank, and problem solved.
The next thing she knows, several months later, she gets a call from a man that says, your house has been sold, you have 3 days to move.
When Angelica had agreed to the help, she signed a stack of papers in English. She speaks Spanish.
She had signed a deed over to her house.
Because she unknowingly signed over her home, she didn't own it anymore, and she was not going to make a penny off of that sale. Despite having more than $40,000 in equity, she was evicted. She fought and sued for fraud.
The sale of this house was actually stopped. Angelica was able to stay. So some people might have just dropped everything at that point, but not Angelica. She felt like what happened was wrong, and she was willing to fight.
Angelica and her attorney kept fighting for 3 years. Last week, a Dallas jury sided with them, ordering local investment group RCMI, which knocked on Angelica's door, and Carrington Real Estate, which listed her home, to give her $750,000 in damages.
The jury and God always decides for the truth. They ruled in my favor.
Carrington denies any fraudulent activity, saying in a statement the jury's verdict attempts to hold Carrington responsible for the actions of a third party, which we believe is not supported by Texas law. An attorney for RCMI has not responded to our inquiry. An appeal is likely.
It was more just for the company didn't win.
Angelica's attorney says there are lessons here. For homeowners, don't be so trusting. And for real estate companies, play by the rules. Teresa Woodard, Channel 8 News.